So someone asked this morning on my Facebook page after I said I was microdosing, what do you feel? And when you microdose, you shouldn't feel like trippy or out of control. You feel really at peace. You feel like you want to go within. You feel like you want to close your eyes and just kind of like melt into the moment. You feel connected. You feel one with everything. Like I'm walking on the beach and I'm watching the birds fly by, and I'm watching the patterns in the sand, and I'm watching the patterns in the water. And then you realize that just everything is just one, and everything is beautiful. And you just feel a lot of just warmness and love. And you know, the work is not only when you take it, but within the days after is integrating how you're feeling into your everyday life. And then you start to have anyway, I cut off. So yeah, and then like, you know, a day or two after, you'll have something happen to you that usually would take you down or stress you out. And then you kind of like get this like aha moment to where like you think about it and you see it as like a whole picture and not just a problem. It was funny too yesterday. I had someone start microdosing yesterday, and she texted me and she says, I can't form sentences. Not like it's a bad thing, but like that I just need to listen. And I'm telling you, when you do microdosing or even macrodosing, it will tell you what you need to do. Yeah, it's hard for me right now forming sentences because I just want to close my eyes and watch the waves, and I want to listen to some pretty music, and I just want to like be within myself and feel peace and be in this moment, because that's the only moment that matters. And I mean, microdosing it's not always going to be beautiful and wonderful. If you have things you're dealing with and you have things that you need to heal from, it's going to bubble up. And in the beginning, I didn't know this, and I was super uncomfortable in the beginning, to the point where I just kept stopping and starting, because I was like, why am I feeling like shit? And then I realized that there was a lot of stuff I had to process. I was still drinking a couple times a week. I wasn't treating my body right. And so it was screaming at me to stop. And so after about a year, maybe a little bit over a year of microdosing, like my brain just shut off from alcohol. It was so freaking weird. I mean, I put the intention into the medicine every time I took it, begged it to help me quit drinking, and then it did. And it shut off my alcohol receptors. Yeah, so it's not always an easy ride. But yeah, when you start microdosing, you definitely want to do it on a day where you don't have to work. And you don't have to like really pay attention to anything. A day you can take for yourself. You can sit outside. You can be in nature. A day where you can really absorb all the feelings of what's going on. Some people, like, eventually after they integrate it into their life, you know, they can take it in the morning and go to work and be fine, and you know, and whatnot. And you could totally do that, but you just don't pay attention to how you're feeling. And that's what a big part of microdosing is, paying attention to how you are feeling and listening to what it's trying to tell you. And you can't hear it if you're distracted by things going around.